How's it going, guys? Cody back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, I wasn't planning on dropping a video, but in the last hour I've been contacted by the mother of a prisoner who tragically passed at Forest Bank Prison in Salford earlier this year, to let me know that another prisoner, 64 years old, Ray Lachey, from the Chadderton area near Oldham in Greater Manchester, sadly and tragically passed away in Forest Bank Prison in Salford. The prison's a Category B prison, holds around 1,400 prisoners, and is run by Sodexo Justice Services. Ray sadly had a lung problem, a lung condition, very serious lung problem called C.O.P.D. He begged the nurse and stuff like, please, like, it's hot, it's stuffy, I can't breathe, can you leave my cell door open? That request was obviously denied, and like I say, he's paid with his life. Another prisoner, 64 years old, away from his daughter, away from his partner, away from his friends and his family and his loved ones, leaving prison in a body bag. Now, again, this hasn't yet been confirmed by the Ministry of Justice. I've actually just put in a request to the MOJ press office. I've let relevant media know, local, national. The simple fact is the prisons don't like deaths in custody coming to the attention of the public. It keeps prisoners in the spotlight and it keeps the pressure on the MOJ. Sadly, nothing changes. How many more prisoners, how many more have got to leave prison in a body bag before things change? Now, people go to prison to be rehabilitated, right? And they go there because they're in prison, and like I say, they're paying a debt to society. Not everyone in prison is guilty, we know that. You've got people on remand, you've got miscarriages of justice and stuff like that. But people go there to pay a debt to society by paying with their liberty. People are going to prison and are paying with their lives. At the end of this, like I said, I've got to wait for relevant media to check with the Ministry of Justice, which is an official source, before they release the information. The daughter of Ray Lachey has contacted relevant media. She's emailed them, and they will pick it up tomorrow, where they will obviously confirm the details with the MOJ. Sadly and tragically, Ray Lachey's passed away. Now, we know that prisoners' lives are disposable, but this is happening far too frequent, too much, too often. And what you've got to think of, you've got male prisoners, you've got female prisoners. If you suffer a bereavement whilst your loved one's in prison, i.e. they die of natural causes, medical negligence contributes to their death, they die of an overdose or of a self-inflicted death, so a suicide. 325 prisoners left prison last year in a body bag. That was a culmination of overdoses, natural causes, self-inflicted deaths, etc. 92 deaths last year were self-inflicted, 325 overall, and sadly and tragically, I think this year they're gonna be higher amounts of deaths in custody than there was last year. Breaks my heart. Can I just say my thoughts, my prayers go out to Ray Lachey's friends and Ray Lachey's family. God bless him. May he rest in peace. When this story breaks, you'll see the usual empty, shallow words from the prison and from the MOJ. They'll say, we can confirm the death of Ray Lachey, age 64. He was a serving prisoner at Forest Bank Prison. As with all deaths in custody, a file will now be passed to the Prison and Probation Ombudsman, who is supposed to be independent, but we know that's not the case. My advice to Ray Lachey's family would be, what the prisons say and what the truth is two very different versions of events. Now, in the light of somebody passing in prison, ordinarily, in my experiences through people that I've spoken to, you can go to the cell where Ray passed away, God bless his soul, and see where he spent his final few days, weeks, months, possibly years in that cell. Prisons are not helpful at all. The liaison officers that are sent out don't care. There's no accountability with prisoners' deaths in custody. And sadly and tragically, the next death, whether it be self-inflicted or otherwise, is not very far away. Now, prisoners, if you go to prison with good health, your health will suffer in prison. If you go to prison with mental health issues, they will get worse. If you go to prison with no mental health issues, you will develop mental health issues. If you go to prison with health problems, your health, sadly and tragically, but realistically, is going to deteriorate. These prisons, these private prisons or prisons as a whole, have got a duty of care to the prisoner. But with prisons like Forest Bank, where it's a private prison, the first aim and the last aim of that prison isn't rehabilitation, it's financial gain. And that comes at the behest of a lot of things. And prisoners, unfortunately, are at the bottom of that hill, at the bottom of that pile. Just C.O.P.D, severe lung breathing problems and stuff like that. And like I said, he's died away from his daughter, away from his partner, away from his friends, and away from his family. Apparently, he wasn't far from getting out. But it just breaks me heart when you read these stories, guys. Like I say, it's not been confirmed in the media. When you see it in the media, it's because I've tipped them off, because I've been tipped off. This is the aim of this channel. Communicate, network, and keep the media up to date with... You hear from prison officers and from the Prison Officers Association and stuff. We're doing it for the prisoners and the prisoners' families. Prisoners' families are silent victims. And like I say, they're on that roller coaster. If you're supporting someone in prison, you're in that roller coaster of a prison sentence, just like the prisoner. You're up, when they're up, you're up. When you're down, they're down. It's that sort of... And unless you've been and supported somebody on that roller coaster or been on that roller coaster, you haven't got a clue. Anyway, my thoughts and prayers very much go out to Ray Lucy's friends, family, daughter, partner. God bless his soul. And I hope you get the answers that you're due. But take what the prisons say with a pinch of salt. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. God bless Ray Lucy. Cody out.